If you're like me, you're probably too scared to admit how often you bought something because an influencer recommended it. Those influencer recommendations are powerful. So much in fact that now you'll even see people on socials trying to de-influence you. But where does that power come from? And why do we need someone to stop us from impulse buying things influencers promote? Today, I'm going to show you 5 reasons why influencer marketing plays with your mind and why it's so hard to notice. But first, let's talk about Disneyland. If you've ever been to one, I'm sure the first thing you notice are lines. Lines everywhere. Now, what do you think when you see a line like that? You probably assume whatever's at the end of it must be worth it. We all do it. It's human nature. The more people we see waiting for something, the more valuable we think it is. Just like those lines at Disneyland. Seeing thousands of likes and shares on an influencer's post creates that same feeling of this must be worth it. Influencer marketing doesn't just show you the product, it shows you the crowd behind it. That's what makes it powerful. The influencer recommending a product is just one part of the story. What actually matters is the feeling that everyone's in on it. Think about it. The bigger the crowd, the more likely you are to trust what they're promoting. And that flips a switch in your brain called the bandwagon effect. The term first emerged in American politics during the 1848 presidential campaign of Zachary Taylor. A popular circus clown, Dan Rice, invited Taylor to join his bandwagon during campaign events, which contributed to Taylor's rising popularity. As Taylor gained recognition, it became common for people to suggest that his opponents should, quote, jump on the bandwagon to associate themselves with his success. The exact same thing happens when you see influencers promoting a product and thousands of people liking, commenting, and sharing it. It feels like everyone is jumping on board, and suddenly you don't want to miss out. It makes the product seem more desirable, even if you didn't care about it like 5 minutes ago. This is why influencer marketing is so effective. It's subtle, incredibly effective, and most importantly, it feels authentic. According to research on the perceived authenticity of influencers, it consists of 5 elements. All of them create that perfect blend for making your brain trust influencers' product endorsements. The first one is sincerity. You've seen it. Those intimate, casual moments where an influencer lets you into their life. Whether they're just getting ready for the day or sharing their favorite skincare routine, it feels real, right? Like you're hanging out with a friend. It makes you feel like you're seeing the real them, unfiltered and honest. Then we have transparent endorsements. Usually, when a post is sponsored, the influencer discloses it clearly by including a disclaimer or a sponsored hashtag. Now, this may seem like a bad move, but the same research I mentioned before shows a clear disclosure makes you trust the influencer actually more. It gives the impression that they're not trying to trick you into buying something. They're just real about how they make a living. Next up is visibility. The more an influencer shows up in your feed, responds to comments, or posts regularly, the more authentic they seem. It's like they're present, engaged, and part of a real community. You start to feel like you know them, and that familiarity builds trust. Then there's expertise. Influencers are real pros in what they do, whether it's makeup, tech, or eating a lot. Stanley Milgram, an American psychologist, popularized the term authority bias, and it has a massive impact on how we perceive influencers. Take any fitness guru. They literally look the part. They're muscular, fit, and wear the latest gym apparel. Our brains love such indications. They allow us to quickly categorize people and assess them as experts or not in their niche. And that's when we fall for the authority bias. Because we perceive influencers as authorities in their niche, we are more likely to believe that what they're saying is true. So when a fitness influencer recommends a protein powder or a specific workout routine, it just feels right. And finally, there's uniqueness. Their distinct style, quirky personality, or unconventional approach grabs our attention and makes us think, hey, they're different, they're fun. I want to see more of them. Uniqueness creates that sense of one-of-a-kind credibility. It's like they've carved out their own little corner of the internet, and you're lucky to be on it. This makes their recommendations feel special, like a friend giving you an insider tip. Now, let me address the big questions. Are all influencers just a bunch of carefully crafted personas hunting for your money? Not at all. At Fabicon, we talk to hundreds of influencers every week. Most of them actually truly care about the products they promote. They've put in the work to build a loyal following, and they know that one bad endorsement could ruin their credibility. The best part of good influencer marketing, the kind we believe in, is that it's not about fooling you or selling out. It's about the way influencers can genuinely recommend products to their community and yes, make a good buck out of it too. Does it always work? Probably not. But if you're curious how the biggest influencers make it work, you want to check out this video.